Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Needs of Children. In this session, we are going to get the information about 9th Standard English Medium Social Science, in that Political Science, Chapter number 2, the Union Government. Let's come to in this lesson, what are the very important learning points from the lesson, the Union Government. So what are the very important learning points? In this chapter, you learn the Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, their structure, membership, qualifications and functions. The election of the president, qualification to become president, the prime minister and his functions. So let's come to what is the introduction for this lesson. As we already learned the previous lesson that India is a sovereign country. India, it has been considered as a sovereign country. That means sovereign country, and it is not under the control of any other country in the world, and it is not belongs to any party or any bloc. It has its own foreign policies, non-alignment and 5-year plans, by implementing which the country has achieved internal and external autonomy. And the concept of socialist. Here, according to this concept, our constitution is to create social equality and promote welfare all the people of our country. That is the concept of socialist. And then democratic republic, and the concept of secular. Here the secular is nothing but no religion has been given the status of national religion. That is the concept we are going to be called as secular. As the securing the happiness of everyone is the responsibility of the government in a democracy. That is the reason problems are solved through the discussions, so that elections are held every 5 years through the universal adult franchise. And even the concept of head of the state, head of the country is the president of India, who is elected for a period of 5 years, proves that our country is a republic. So these are the very important concepts we are discussed in the previous lesson. And then England and France have a unitary system of government. They have the unitary system, but we are having, like India and United States of America, we are having the federal system of government. So here, according to the concept of this federal system of government, that means the administration or administrative powers are shared between the central and state governments. That is called as federal system. But whereas England and France, they have unitary system. The powers or administrative powers will not be divided under the unitary system of government. But India and America, it has administrative powers are divided. That is the concept we are called as federal system of government. That means there is a union government at the center and the state governments in the states. So India is a union of states. The powers of the nation divided between the center and the states. That is the concept we used to call as federal system of government. However, the central government has been given more power when compared to states. The unity and security, it is the very important point during the nation, during emergencies. That is, under the control of the central government. It exercises these powers through the three organs of the government. They are legislature, executive and judiciary. So this is the introduction for the lesson, the union government. Let's come to the union legislature. The concept of the union government. As I told, for the administrative convenience, it has the three important organs. They are legislature, executive and judiciary. India has adopted parliamentary system of government, and the union legislature is called as the parliament. India, it has been adopted the parliamentary system of government. That means the sovereign power of the nation is vested in the elected parliament. That is the concept we are going to be called as the parliamentary form of government, as well as the executive is responsible to the legislature at the central as well as state levels. And even the cabinet shall be in power as long as it enjoys the confidence of the legislature. As soon as it loses the confidence of the legislature, it has to be resigned. That is the parliamentary form of government we are having in the union legislature as well as in the state governments. So the union legislature is called as the parliament. According to article number 79 provides for the creation of the parliament. Whereas the parliament consists of two houses. They are called as Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Here, among that, the upper house and the lower house. Upper house is called as the Rajya Sabha and the lower house is called as the Lok Sabha. So let's come to the in detail. We are going to get about these two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Among that, the first one, Rajya Sabha. How the formation of Rajya Sabha will be takes place. The number of seats in Rajya Sabha is 250. Out of 250, 238 members are elected by the members of the state assemblies and union territories. Remaining 12 members who are experts from the various fields like literature, art, science and social work are nominated by the president. So this house is also known as the House of Elders. So this is the formation of Rajya Sabha. Whereas the term of office of the Rajya Sabha. The Rajya Sabha is a permanent body and it is not dissolved like Lok Sabha, because once the Prime Minister will give the resignation to the Speaker or a President, the entire Lok Sabha will be dissolved. But Rajya Sabha, it won't to be dissolved like Lok Sabha. It is called as permanent body. The term of members is 6 years. In that, 1/3 of its members, they will retire on completion of 6 years. The term, those who are completed 6 years their term, they will be retired every second year. Second year, they will be those who are completed 6 years, they will be retired. Obviously, in their place, new members are elected. Sometimes, if the members do not wish to continue, they may resign. So, this is about the term of office of the Rajya Sabha. The term of the members is 6 years, and it is called as the permanent body. But those who are completed 6 years, 1/3 of members will be retired every second year, and new members will be elected for the post those who are resigned or those who are completed their term. So this is about term of office of the Rajya Sabha. And then what are the qualifications are required to become a member of Rajya Sabha? Among that, should be a citizen of India, should not be less than 30 years of age, should not have been punished under law, should not have been declared to be a person of unsound mind, a court of law, and should possess the qualifications specified from time to time by the parliament. So these are the qualifications required to become a member of Rajya Sabha. Vice President of India will become as a chairman of Rajya Sabha. The present chairman of Rajya Sabha, that means the Vice President of India, Sri Venkaiah Naidu, is the Vice President of India, and he will be become as the chairman of Rajya Sabha. And there will be a deputy chairman. He is chosen from among the members. Out of 250, they will chosen from among the members as the deputy chairman. At least 10% of the members, that means a minimum of 25 members, should be present during the sessions of the Rajya Sabha. The house should meet at least twice in a year. So this is about the information about Rajya Sabha. And the next, Lok Sabha, and it is also known as the lower house of the parliament. Then how the formation of Lok Sabha will be takes place. The members of the Lok Sabha are elected directly by the people. So it is known as the House of People. Lok Sabha is called as the House of People. The maximum number of seats is 545. The total members of the Lok Sabha is 545. Out of 545, 543 members are directly elected by the people. Remaining 2 nominated by the president as Anglo-Indians. But among that, out of 543, 79 seats are reserved for scheduled castes, SC, and 41 seats are reserved for scheduled tribes, ST. So these are the important points of the formation of Lok Sabha. Whereas the term of office of the Lok Sabha members are elected for a term of office is 5 years. However, on the recommendation of Prime Minister, the President may dissolve the Lok Sabha. So that is during the time of the emergency. During emergency, the term may extended for 1 more year. So this is about the term of office of the Lok Sabha. To become a member of Lok Sabha, what are the qualifications are required? So the first one, should be a citizen of India, must not be less than 25 years of age, should not hold any office of profit under the government, and should not be a person of unsound mind, should not have been punished under the law, and should possess qualifications as specified by Parliament from time to time. So these are the qualifications required to become the member of Lok Sabha. And the next, Speaker. Lok Sabha, the members elect from among themselves a Speaker and a Deputy Speaker. The Speaker has to impartially conduct proceeding the House, proceeding or meetings of the House. That is the very important responsibility of the Speaker. The Deputy Speaker will be choose among themselves as a Deputy Speaker. The Deputy Speaker conducts the proceedings in the absence of the Speaker. So when we are going to be point out some of the powers and functions of the Speaker, he should maintain the dignity and decorum of the House. The Speaker gives his ruling whenever there are questions about validity of the proceedings or the meetings. According to the protocol, all including the Prime Minister are expected to respect the Speaker of the House, including Prime Minister, remaining all the cabinet ministers, all the ministers must and should they have to give the respect to Speaker of the House. And very important function of the Speaker is when bills get equal number of votes for the against them, the Speaker casts the deciding vote. And these are some of the very important powers and functions of the Speaker. And the next, role and work of opposition leader. Highlight the wrongdoings of the ruling government. The next, examine the policies of the government thoroughly. Keep the government, council of ministers and officials alert. Even has a respectable position in the legislature. So these are the very important role and work of opposition leader. Okay, so that's it about the today's session. In case of if you having any doubts related to till now what I have taught, you can post the comments in the comment box. So I will solve your doubts and I will come back with the next video. Until keep watching my channel. Thank you. See you in the next session. Bye bye.